The reason I'm giving it so much attention is because millions of young fans over there in Southeast Asia just go totally nuts over this type of music. I think it's mainly because they're not used to having it dished out to them like we do in the West. A lot of superstars who actually got their name here in America decided to relocate to Europe. Tina Turner is one great legend. She decided to go and move over to Europe.
You do not live in this country.
I pay taxes here.
It's
My
okay,
family is here.
Okay, man, I didn't mean it.
No, I have left America because my success was in another country, and my boyfriend was in another country. And yeah, private dancer was the beginning of my success in England. And basically Europe has been very supportive of my music.
More than America?
Yes, yes, hugely.
Hugely more.
Yes.
You're a major star here. You're a superstar in America.
Not as big as Madonna. I'm as big as Madonna in
over there. Prince is another example. Before he passed, he did a lot of stuff over there in Europe. He didn't diss America, but he was worshipped in Europe.
Maintenant, mesdames et messieurs, Prince and the Revolution.
As far as Asia is concerned, pop music, this top 40 stuff, because of their culture, which is a lot more reserved than here in the West, we have been conditioned to this type of thing almost since we were born, right? We're used to it. And that's not necessarily a good thing, but maybe it's a little bit better than what these South Koreans are doing. Some of them are actually breaking into their hotels, stealing their urine and selling it. I kid you not. You'll see in a moment. So there is so much that not only Korean kids aren't aware of when it comes to the music industry. They know far less than what American kids know about how the music industry operates. And trust me, American kids know very little.
Puff is like my idol. You know what I mean? Like, he's one of the reasons why I wanted to be a part of Bad Boy, why I wanted to be a hitman. So Puff was like, I want to sign you to a publishing thing, I want to do this, I want to manage you. And I was like, this is like, Puff wants to do this for me? And I'm thinking, I'm like, wait a minute. If I sign all this stuff, that means he gets paid from everything I do. And even if I produce with him, it's like he's getting paid twice. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. I remember we were like in the studio and I screamed at him. It was the first time I screamed at Puff. I was like, how am I supposed to get any money? And he was like, all right then.
Otherwise, people like Katy Perry, Britney Spears, Beyonce, all of them, they wouldn't be selling millions and millions of records if their fans knew what was going on behind the scenes. That's going to be a deeper, longer discussion in another video. This is just related to K-pop and how it's starting to bleed over into the American market. You're going to see stuff here that I hope will open your eyes. And if it doesn't, God help you.
People all over the world dream of being pop stars, but perhaps nowhere else more than South Korea. But you know what they say, be careful what you wish for, because being a K-pop star is actually a dangerous, degrading, and downright scary job. Here's a look at the disturbing truth behind K-pop music. Slavery. There's a reason that people refer to K-pop contracts as slave contracts. According to star Prince Mac, K-pop artists typically have to sign a contract where they essentially sign over all their rights for a period of 7 to 15 years. The countdown doesn't even begin until they've debuted, though, after up to a full decade of training and grooming. And during it all, K-pop artists have to do everything the record studio tells them, while the studio pockets almost all the profits. How bad is it? Members of the girl band Stellar told No Cut News about their rise to fame. The 4 girls said they regularly split one meal because they were so broke. Prostitution. One of the most disturbing aspects of the K-pop machine is the fact that many aspiring singers are exploited and abused by their management teams. Often referred to with euphemisms like sponsorship or transactions, many women are forced to act as escorts for powerful businessmen in the industry. For example, according to Soul Beats, in 2017, the CEO of a talent agency was sentenced to 20 months in prison after a second arrest for prostitution charges involving his clients. Plastic surgery. Stars getting plastic surgery isn't exactly a breaking news headline, but K-pop stars take it to another level. According to The Atlantic, 1 in 5 Korean women have had plastic surgery, with many K-pop stars undergoing extensive surgery in order to look more like anime characters. The extreme procedures even sometimes require the jaw to be broken and shaved down into a V shape, as round faces are considered less desirable. Perhaps worst of all, this plastic surgery may not even be voluntary, thanks to the extreme power held by talent managers and recording studios. Yikes. Crazy fans. Fans in America may seem crazy, but they have nothing on the extremes that K-pop fans go to. According to Australian Broadcasting Corporation, the group TVXQ had fans tapping their phone lines so they could hear the calls of their idols, and some even broke into their apartments so they could kiss them in their sleep. Then there are the really extreme fans known as sasang. These people go as far as installing cameras in their idols' homes and sending them love letters written in blood, and in one case, stole urine from a band's toilet and then tried to sell it to the highest bidder. About the only thing worse than fans are anti-fans, who loathe a particular star or group so much they obsessively try to sabotage or even kill them. In one incident, a group of anti-fans sabotaged a concert by cutting power to the venue, while another incident involved an online petition that generated over 3,000 signatures begging a star to take his own life. And there have been multiple attempts to poison K-pop stars. One boy band member's mother ended up in the hospital after drinking a beverage meant for her son, while another star had his drink spiked with glue, causing him to start vomiting blood. Health concerns. If you want to become a K-pop star, you need to be ready to literally work until you drop. According to SBS Pop Asia, an average workday lasts 20 hours, which is probably why being hospitalized for exhaustion is just par for the course when you're a K-pop star. Crystal of FX has fainted so many times it's almost become a kind of trademark. At one point, she was doing a gig and passed out with the mic still in her hand, because that is professionalism. And then there are the extreme weight requirements. Being fat is such a huge no-no that record label CEOs personally hold weigh-ins for their stars to make sure nobody goes over the prescribed limit. As a result, many stars almost literally starve themselves in order to maintain those super slim figures. Racism. Unfortunately, racism is rampant both inside and outside of K-pop. For example, Faye from Miss A said during an interview that during her early days on the pop scene, she was tormented by people who thought she only showered once a week because she was Chinese. And the singer Shannon is one of many stars who has been repeatedly called a foreigner and had negative comments written about her because she's half British. There's no creative freedom. If you joined a K-pop group not just to get famous, but to express all the music and creativity you have in your soul, good luck. That's because the music performed by K-pop stars is as carefully managed as every other aspect of their lives, with songs generated by the same British, Swedish, and American songwriters that craft hits for the likes of Nicki Minaj and Britney Spears, which just goes to show that you can manufacture everything, except for originality.